Good day. 100-day campaign Unleashing My Superpowers. We have 40 women across the globe sharing their stories, how they unleashed their superpowers in male-dominated work environments, breaking that glass ceiling. Today, I have the pleasure to introduce a friend, a sister, Nadeen Matthews. I met Nadeen in Miami when we were accepted for the International Women Forum Fellows Program. Nadeen is currently the Chief Digital and Marketing Officer for one of Jamaica's biggest banks. She's also the CEO of the foundation. Nadeen is passionate about creating inclusive environments. She's passionate about making a difference in communities. Nadeen has a degree from New York. She also is a Wharton graduate. She's also a McKinsey alumni. Talk about self-limiting belief systems. Nadeen takes us through some of her thinking about how women can remove those limiting beliefs. But most importantly, how do we help our children, our girls, to remove some of those self-limiting belief systems that makes them not to unleash their superpowers? Welcome, Nadeen Matthews. Enjoy and don't stop to unleash your superpowers. Thank you. It's Nadeen. Where did it all begin? Please, can you take us through your journey? Where it all started? You are a Chief Digital Officer. Please, can you take us through your journey?
One of our team leads, or one of the relationship managers, Eamon Quinn, took me under his wing, and he would take me out as an analyst on these client calls. And you know, I thought they were fun. I thought that was great. But because, you know, I had individuals who were invested in my growth and development, I was able to progress quickly. And I ended up becoming the second person in my class to become AVP, Assistant Vice President, even though I wasn't in Manhattan. And so
wow.
I attributed that to, you know, one, me personally making a decision to just make the best of the opportunity, and two, being in an environment where my team was so incredibly supportive of me, because you know, many people have the technical competence to do the job, but at the end of the day, most roles, there's an apprenticeship component where someone has to show you the ropes. And
yes.
Why people fail, it's not because they don't have the capacity to learn, but no one takes that interest in them.
Absolutely.
So then women and minorities get disproportionately impacted by this, because you're not, you know, there's no one taking that interest in grooming you. So you can the potential with experience and really begin to shine. And so, you know, we mistake the inability to progress with a competence problem and not with a support problem.
I really like that, Nadeen, because and that's why you mentioned that you had a supportive team. Were they white males or were they?
Yes.
Wow.
They're all white males.
You see now? Absolutely, white males, we need them.
Professional experience, because, you know, well, Pat McGrath was white male, and then Miguel was a Puerto Rican male, and Eamon Quinn was an Irish American male, but because they were so supportive, you know, I never had this feeling like I can't do well. But I guess you're able to recognize, it's in retrospect that you recognize the meaning of all of this, because had I not had that support, then, that experience would have been a lot different.
A lot different, absolutely.
Yeah. And so as we think about diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives, and I know that, there's a lot of buzz around that in the US now, and I'm thrilled, I'm excited. But I think that, for too long, it's been the symbol of a company making changes by appointing a head of diversity and inclusion. And that's not it, because it's not just about the numbers. In order for the Black and Latino and the women to thrive in the organization, someone has to take an interest in their development.
In that person.
And so that can't be the diversity manager, or even if they sit on the executive committee, in each team, in each department, needs to be inclusion. There needs to be, a white male mentoring a young Black woman, or, a young Latin man, in order for it to really and truly work. And if you're really serious, that's what needs to happen, to value certainty. We're socialized to be resilient and adaptive. So that's, the kind of shift that I'm hoping that my children will benefit from.
Absolutely. You've got two beautiful daughters, and you have touched that point of socializing. And as parents, talk about unconscious bias, right? Where the way we are socialized, so you've got the boys, we've got the girls, and I'm talking now, so STEM related subjects, because we are moving into the fourth industrial revolution, fifth industrial revolution. It's all technology, right? STEM is going to be even more relevant, more than any other time. What should us also as parents, because I've heard other people are going, you know what, you've got to start at the beginning, because even us as mothers, we don't encourage our children to be themselves, to explore. We keep saying,
oh, this is that we have to be careful of, is not to over-index on what we think are the right careers. So when we were growing up, our parents were like, you need to be a doctor, a lawyer, a teacher. Those were respectable professions. And you saw a lot of people going into careers that they were not passionate about and being really miserable. And I realized some of this is a luxury of your financial status, but I do believe that everybody has the opportunity to, while exposing your children to a number of careers, being careful to over-index on the skills and capabilities and mindsets, actually, that will serve them no matter what they pick. So this thing around adaptability, this thing around resilience, this thing around, integrity and being kind, I try to over-index on those with my children. There's a big push now, which is great, where persons are saying to their children, both boys and girls, you got to do coding and you got to do robotics, and and I mean, it's great to see as many girls in STEM as possible, but 20 years from now, it's going to be something else.
Maybe different.
That's going to be, coding has to become a commodity if you think it through, right? So it's less about the technical skills and more about these life skills. And again, you know, if I were to have spoken about this a year from now, it would have sounded, but now with COVID, I find that it's getting a lot more resonance with people, you know, focus on those things: resilience, adaptability, integrity. And then, because you can always learn. I mean, people are switching careers at 50. So there be such an emphasis on the technical skills. So lay the foundation that they can do anything, expose a number of things, including STEM, you know, but don't over-index on STEM. Over-index on, you know, the mindset that will allow them to thrive no matter what they choose from a professional standpoint.
Because I was going to ask you, what are the top 3 strategies that women can use, especially those who are struggling there? Because that's where we find a lot of women struggle. They're senior manager, general managers, just to break. It's different levels of competence.
Being a continuous learner and being bold and taking risks. I think I would also say that we have to put our desires and ambitions into the universe. We have to talk about them. And as women, we're very shy to talk about them because we don't want to be seen as ambitious. Totally crazy, right? Going back to how we're socially conditioned, because ambitious women are looked, you know, frowned upon. Will I be able to get a partner? Will people think, you know, oh, why is she so whatever?
I greatly appreciate you taking time to share your success story. This is an amazing, inspiring story, Nadeen. Even myself, I am so inspired. And thank you.
I'm so looking forward to the book. I mean, you know, I'm so inspired by you and how bold you are. Really, really humbled that you've invited me to be a part of this, Patience. So thank you. And I really enjoyed our conversation.
Thank you so